Hi, I'm Charles Band, and welcome to Full Moon's Video Zone. I hope you've enjoyed the movie. As you watch this behind-the-scenes video zone, you'll see how some of the shots were done and the creatures were prepared. Right behind me, you see a big poster for Retro Puppet Master, which is our October release in time for Halloween. We're all very excited about Retro, not just because the movie has turned out so well, but we're sort of breathing new life into our #1 franchise, Puppet Master. We have terrific new characters, or I should say old characters. You can see some of them behind me. What we've done really is we've created a backstory for Andre Toulon. It's around the turn of the century, and these were the original puppets he designed and then years later got destroyed, and he went back and rebuilt them. And the new versions are the puppets we've all known for the last 8 or 9 years. But these are the retro puppets. We're also going to have, of course, action figures out on all of these characters, and they will follow most of them will follow the release of the movie. We do have one project in this vein, and we've been talking about it for a while, but it'll definitely be out later next year, and that's Puppet Master versus the Demonic Toys. We will also have some of the Demonic Toys out as action figures, time with the release of this movie, which will be again towards the end of the year 2000. Essentially, it'll be the 8th appearance of the puppets from Puppet Master, and we're trying every year to at least have one film out of each of our better-known franchises. Next year, we're also going to have Subspecies 5 out. It tells the backstory, the origin of Radu. It begins in the year 1000 and spans 1,000 years, so it's going to be an epic film for us, by far the most difficult one we've made. It will also have enough subspecies material in it. The little guys are back, the minions of Radu. So I think you'll all be excited to see what we've done and what we're doing with that franchise. As you can see, we have a great lineup for the year 2000. We're bringing back old characters with a new twist, some new surprises, and I'll see you on the next edition of the Video Zone.
Full Moon invites you to be the 7th guest at their private retreat in the woods, where one can learn the basic skills of survival. So lock the doors, sharpen those knives, and fight for your life against the ancient evil known as the Totem. Follow us on the behind the scenes of this horrific tale and hear how the cast sharpen their skills to face the Totem.
Master, who is walking up and walks with sky. Blessed is the bloody master. Well, my character, Robert, is one of 6 people who find themselves kind of like trapped in a cabin in the wilderness. And during the time they're trying to escape, they find that each one of the characters on the totem got some kind of like mystic, mysterious, evil powers. And the whole movie is pretty much starting with them getting there, realizing through time what they're actually doing there, and trying to escape.
Is there any direction you haven't tried?
What do you think? There's like a magic invisible wall around part of the place, but the other part we can just walk right through.
How about through there?
You should be feeling that weird feeling by now.
I'm not feeling any weirder than I was before.
It's gotta be like 200 feet.
She's still going.
What are we waiting for?
My character Alma was, she was having lunch, and she's not really dressed to be out in the woods. So in my mind, I kind of placed her. She's a city girl. She's from the city. She's probably not used to being out there, and you can just kind of develop it a little bit that way.
Well, I don't think my shoes are made of leather, but I wouldn't mind eating Tina when she gets back. He was kind of the smart aleck type guy, and always had a quick comment to make about the situation, but he was nervous and scared, but also kind of a prankster.
Gee.
You lost on the way to the outhouse?
No, I just came to check on something.
Check what?
Look. Alma Groves. Is your last name Maglia?
Yeah, how'd you know?
was kind of he was a little more angry and than my character in Witch House was. He was a little, say, more lighthearted. But he was kind of the guy that they were blaming initially because the first killing of Totem was done by me, unbeknownst to me. So there was a lot of accusations and finger pointing. So he went through a lot because he was the first one to kind of go under the spell. That's right on the carving, the top one. It had all over its claws, and so I'd have to do. I grabbed her and I brought her back here.
You have no idea what happened to her? What killed her?
That's right.
You were there, man. You were standing right fucking there. You don't know what happened.
I don't know. I don't fucking know.
And how is it that I killed her and just let you walk away?
She kind of wanted to take matters into her own hands, I guess. That's the best way to describe her. She thought that she could change things. She thought that she'd be able to get rid of the spell and break the ritual.
Don't you see? I've stopped the ritual.
How do you figure that?
He's dead. And if one of the killers is dead, then that means the ritual can't be completed.
And what killer is that?
Lynn! What's the matter with you? If I hadn't done that, then
I
we'd all...
told you that you were supposed to be one of the victims.
What?
Don't you understand? Len is the second victim. And you're the second killer.
You're crazy.
The cabin where it was kind of isolated anyway. You know, so you almost felt like you're in this separate place where you really couldn't leave anyway.
I've got to go.
It's okay. We won't let you go. How are we supposed to stop her?
Don't touch me. Everyone just stay away. I've got to go. No, come back.
Oh, gosh. Yes, when I had to strangle Marissa, that was, it was interesting because I really was afraid that I was hurting her. You know, and I don't know, I guess I've just never been that aggressive in my own life, so it was kind of interesting to really feel that and feel like what it feels like to try and strangle somebody, because it's kind of a weird rush.
I can't see anything.
There, it's a light. See there? There's something there. Don't you see? Don't you see? It doesn't matter which one of you goes, just as long as I kill someone, that the ritual can't be completed.
When we eventually find the totem, I'm getting blamed that by the rest of the group. They think that since I'm an American Indian, I know more about the totem, but I don't.
That's a totem pole, Robert. Do I see any other Indians around? Nope, just you.
Screw you, man. This thing doesn't belong to any tribe I ever heard of. Unless it's the fucked up peyote smoker, Gothic church carver tribe. And second thing, if it was a fucking Roman column, everybody around here wouldn't be looking at you funny. Because your goddamn grandparents came from Sicily. Or wherever the hell they came from.
The totem was different from what I expected also, but it was scary. I mean, it's kind of a strange object out in the middle of nowhere, you know. I mean, that's very mysterious.
I don't know, but this thing looks old. A lot older than those graves, and a lot older than that cabin. So either someone would have had to have brought it here, or it was here when they came. And if it was here when they came, it's been here for a really long time. A lot of the really intense scenes, for instance, one of the last scenes in the movie, when three of us are tied, we're tied to a tree. First of all, it was freezing cold outside, and we're all practically wearing nothing. We're shivering up there, and that almost gave us more tension, more energy to be scared. We could really get that fear going because we're feeling really intense. We have our bodies shaking with energy, and that really helped.
Oh, God. Oh, no. No, don't. No. Robert, listen to me.
He's dead. There's nothing inside there.
Robert, if there's something inside of you that can still hear me, that can still understand, Robert. Robert, see what you're doing? You're killing us!
It was kind of weird, you know, and as far as the makeup process goes, I was kind of dreading it because already I don't like the whole makeup process just because it makes me a little uncomfortable. I don't know. But, and this was an extended makeup process a bit. But actually, when it was being put on, it was kind of fun, you know, just to watch yourself being transformed into this dead person, as it was in this case, you know, and it actually, and the guys who did the makeup were really fun to be around, and they were really cool, so it was actually an enjoyable experience in the chair.
the killer Muppets. It was funny. It was fun. There's one point, I really liked getting the screams out, and I just take all my daily aggressions out on these little Muppets. And there's this one point where the windows had broke, and I escaped the Muppet, and I go on the ground, and I reach for this glass hatchet, and I have to turn around and start hitting the puppet. And I had to take these really wide strokes to hit it. And the first time I did this take, the puppet's on top of me, and I'm screaming, and I'm hitting it, and I really just whacked that thing, and I broke his head. And I'm just hitting it, and I get up and I run, and we have to take the time to then fix the puppet and do it a little bit slower.
I guess actually there was one scene where I was fighting one of the puppets, I should say. It was unique. It was unique because it was flapping around and I had a knife coming at it. It was a lot of fun.
You're going down, motherfucker.
You don't see is the three people behind me that are controlling the puppet, you know, and they're doing so much work behind there. I mean, that just to move any little thing on that puppet, it was so much.
Zombie one was the first real interaction I had, because with the puppets, you know, you were never really near them. I never really touched them, but the zombie scene at the end was a lot of fun. And what happened is, when she had actually come out of the grave, it was actually a girl zombie who did that, she couldn't really see, so she was clawing up and trying to get me, and she had actually knocked me in the face and bloodied my nose. I was really trying to get away, so that was a lot more real to life for sure.
Oh my God, shit!
I like the variation throughout the whole movie. The blood, me being, you know, stabbed with the piece of glass in my throat, and then eventually becoming a zombie.
I get married with a zombie, I guess, so. we end up together, we're holding each other, so it's kind of a happy ending. You know, it could happen.
You really have to call on what scares you, you know, what really scares you, and you really have to think about your own life and really personalize what terrifies you, you know, because you know it's not real, you know, you're making this movie, you know it's not real, things look a lot different in person than they do on film. So in order to really be scared a lot and for so much of the movie, you know, I really had to think about what terrifies me. And I think Totem is more scary than gory by far. I mean, it's because you don't really know exactly what it is that's making all the noise and what's doing all these things. And I think it's very scary, and you know, the appearances of the monsters and everything is more frightening, I think.
And just the fact that it's a horror film, you have the chance of playing different levels as far as your character, from like very mellow moments to very extreme and scary and you know, very, you know, from low to very high.
To think one aspect of the movie, to maybe think, well, I can guess this is going to happen and this is going to happen, and we've seen movies like this, but then they just completely turn it around, where they enjoy the story, they enjoy the fact that this guy died where we thought that he wouldn't, or this girl's sure to die, or these two are sure to fall in love, but you know, there's no real big love scenes, and it kind of keeps you guessing.
I'd say if you're in the mood to go see something that's different, and if you're in the mood to like imagine this happening, and in the mood to be in a fantasy world where you're going to be a little afraid but excited at the same time type thing, and you want to join along with characters going through something like this, this is a movie to see.
So grab your survival kit and experience the grisly forces of Totem.
We're made when the world was young.
Toast to the founder of the feast. Travis's billion-dollar loss is our billion-dollar gain. Mr. Harrison Ewing.
I must now inform you that I am extremely displeased. Your failure compels me to take direct action to remedy this dire situation.
Now, those idiots think that we've checkmated Virgil Travis, but I know better. He's still in the game. Virgil Travis is going to try to eliminate all of us.
Tsunami. These are my latest acquisitions. Don't think of them as competitors. Think of them as new weapons.
Who's first?
Hell, here we come. Mr. Mascaro, let's begin the sequence. Well, I don't suppose there is any more need for secrets between us.
In the dead of night, they came to this house, chosen for a mysterious purpose.
It is time for a story.
Tonight's a very special night of the year for me.
Tonight marks the 300th anniversary of my ancestors' death.
For the crimes of witchcraft, we, the goodly servants of the Lord, sentence thee, Lilith of Fae, to eternal damnation.
I never got to tell you all the stuff about this old house.
They say the original LaFay family had this mansion shipped, brick by brick, to Massachusetts from their estate in France.
It's haunted.
What happened to the lights?
Yo, anyone.
I invoke the spirits of my dread clan.
Let's rock.
What's happening?
Do you believe in evil spirits?
I think it's time to get this party really going.
Witch House, coming soon.
They thought he was dead. They forgot about the bloodstone.
An innocent corrupted.
This little child has been ravaged by a vampire.
Please, kill me.
A creature of pure evil.
Brother Vladislas is a figment of folklore.
He has pursued her relentlessly.
As my child.
What brings you to Bucharest, Master?
Vengeance.
He'll find me.
She has fought him for her humanity.
I'm your master. You cannot deny me.
Now, they will face each other one last time to decide who will possess her soul.
Let there be a bloodbath.
We must destroy him, Master.
Subspecies 4.
You're mine. Forevermore.
Bloodstorm. After years of experiments, Andre Toulon has created puppets that want to play with you. Full Moon introduces the Puppet Master action figure series. 8 dolls that come alive with movable parts and accessories to spare. Blade can strike with a hatchet or a knife and see with eyes that glow in the dark. When his friend Pinhead lifts these dumbbells, he can really blow his top. 6-shooter always has you in his sights with 6 pistol-packing arms. Jester leads the puppet parade with his scepter, knife, and a revolving head that will wipe the smile off your face. If Tunneler's movable drill doesn't get you, then his machine gun and pickaxe will. Leech Woman has a kiss to die for and plenty of slimy friends to crawl around. The action heats up with Torch's glowing flamethrower. And watching over this madness is the Totem and his power gem. The new line of Puppet Master action figures are now stocking your toy and specialty stores. For more information, log on to the Full Moon Toys website at fullmoontoys.com.